Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. This is episode 57 and for this episode, I will be covering the topic on how to solve mixed operations. In this episode, I will show and explain how to solve mixed operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of rational numbers. In the first part of this episode, I will talk about a very important calculation law, and that is what we call the distributive law. To find out how distributive law help us in solving mixed operations of rational numbers, you have to watch this video until the end. This is the first part of this episode, and I will be showing and explaining an important calculation law, and that is what we call distributive law. I'll give an example to explain this concept. Sue and U went to a restaurant and each ate one order of ramen, and each had a piece of ice cream for dessert. One order of ramen is 100 pesos and ice cream is 50 pesos. In computing for the total amount of money they need to pay, Sue and U have different ways of solving. In Sue's case, one order of ramen is 100 pesos plus one piece of ice cream is 50 pesos. Since they are two, so it's 2 times the sum of 150. In U's case, since they are 2, so 2 times 100 plus 2 times 50. So this is 2 times 100 plus 50 is 150. So 2 times 150, this one is equal to 300. 2 times 100 is 200. 2 times 50 is 100. So 200 plus 100, this is also equal to 300. They have different ways of solving, but the answer is the same. Let us study further how U and Sue computed for the answer. In U's case, 2 times 100 plus 2 times 50. This is just the same if we will distribute or multiply 2 by each number inside the parenthesis. So 2 times 100, okay, plus 2 times 50. So the answer is 300. Okay, this explains distributive law. So what is distributive law? The sum of two numbers multiplied by a number is the same as the sum, okay, of those numbers multiplied by each other. So this is the same or equal. So for number A times the sum of number B and C, this is equal to, okay, for distributive law, so this is A times B, okay, plus A times C. Okay, distributive law is also applicable if the number comes after those numbers inside the parenthesis. So we have here A plus B, or number A plus number B inside the parenthesis times number C. So this is equal to, we have here A times C, okay, plus, okay, B times C. Also, distributive law is applicable if the operation inside the parenthesis is subtraction. So let's say A, or number A times number B minus number C inside the parenthesis. So this is equal to A times B minus A times C. So if the operation inside the parenthesis is subtraction, so this is A times C, okay, minus B times C. Let's give an example. 2 times the sum of 3 and 5. So using distributive law, so we have 2 times 3 and then 2 times 5. So 2 times 3, okay, plus 2 times 5. So this is 6, 10. So 6 plus 10, this one is equal to 16. Okay, this time, I'll be showing you some applications of distributive law. Let's take a look at this first example here. 15 times the sum of 2 over 5 and negative 2 over 3. If we will not use distributive law, what we need to do first is get the sum of these two fractions. But before we can get the sum, we have to make the denominators the same. So after getting the sum, that's the time we can multiply by 15. But if we will use distributive law, the process becomes shorter and easier. So we have here 15. Okay, we need to multiply this one by 2 over 5 and 15 by negative 2 over 3. Okay, let's do it. 15 times 2 over 5, we can simplify 5 and 15, common factor 5. So this becomes 1, this becomes 3. So 3 times 2, 6. Okay, plus, okay, this time 15 times negative 2 over 3. Okay, we can simplify 3 and 15, common factor 3. So this becomes 1, this becomes 5. So 5, okay, times negative 2, this is negative 10. So 6 plus negative 10, our answer is negative 4. So using distributive law, we got the answer faster or easier. Okay, let's have the second example. 19 times negative 3 over 5 plus 19 times negative 2 over 5. If we will not use distributive law, okay, we need to multiply 19 by negative 3 over 5 and 19 by negative 2 over 5. And then add, so that's the time we can get the answer. But using distributive law, okay, we can arrive to an answer faster and easier. So we need to put 19 outside times the numbers inside the parentheses are negative 3 over 5. Operation is addition, so plus. We have here negative 2 over 5. Okay, since they have the same denominators, okay, we just need to copy 5. And negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5. So negative 5 over 5. So 19 times negative 5 over 5. Negative 5 over 5 is equal to negative 1. So 19 times negative 1, this is equal to negative 19. Distributive law is also applicable if we are multiplying numbers. Example, 14 times 102. If we will not use distributive law, then the process is longer. But if we will use distributive law, we can write this way. So 14 times 102 is 100 plus 2. So 14 times 100, this is 1,400. Plus 14 times, okay, 14 times 2 is 28. So we have here 1,400 plus 28 is 1,428. So we arrive in the answer easier. The process is easier. Okay, this time, let's answer the following problems. Our first problem is 3.75 times 18.59 minus 3.75 times 8.59. If we will not use distributive law, we need to multiply 3.75 by 18.59 and 3.75 by 8.59. It will take a long process. But if we will use distributive law, okay, what can we do here is, okay, 3.75 is outside the parentheses, okay, times the numbers inside the parentheses are 18.59. Operation is subtraction, so 18.59 minus, okay, 8.59. 18.59 minus 8.59, this is equal to 10. So 3.75 times 10. So just move the decimal point one time to the left. So the answer is 37.5. So using the distributive law, process is easier. Okay, the next problem is when A times B is equal to negative 4, okay, A times the sum of B plus C is equal to 8. For three numbers A, B, and C, what is the value of A times C? Okay, let's get A times B plus C. And this is equal to 8. Let's use distributive law. Okay, so A times B plus A times C. And this is equal to 8. Given that A times B is equal to negative 4. So this is negative 4. Okay, plus what number? So the answer is 8 or positive 8. So negative 4 plus positive 12. Okay, the answer is 8 or positive 8. So A times C is equal to positive 12. We are now in the second part of this episode and we will be solving mixed operations of rational numbers. When we say mixed operations, there are two or more operations in one problem. In solving mixed operations of rational numbers, we will follow the correct order of operations. The correct order of operations can be simplified using the acronym PEMDAS. P stands for parentheses, which means we need to simplify first or we need to solve those operations inside the parentheses. Next is E, power or exponent. Simplify those numbers that have power or exponent before multiplying or dividing. The rule in multiplication or division is from left to right, we will solve whichever comes first. Lastly, addition or subtraction, it's the same thing or it's the same rule. From left to right, we need to solve whichever comes first. Okay, let's give an example. Negative 12 times 3 over 2 raised to the power of 2 plus 11 inside the parentheses divided by 2. So we need to solve those operations inside the parentheses. Multiplication and addition. So that means we need to multiply first before adding. So negative 12 times 3 over 2 raised to the power of 2. 3 over 2 raised to the power of 2 is 9 over 4. So we have negative 12 times 9 over 4 plus 11. Okay, this is inside the parenthesis divided by 2. Negative 12 and 4 can be simplified. So this becomes 1. This is 3. So negative 3 times 9 is negative 27 plus 11. Okay, divided by 2. Negative 27 plus 11 is negative 16. So negative 16 divided by 2. This is equal to negative 8. Okay, more examples. We have here negative 5 plus 4 times negative 2. This is equal to negative 5 plus, what are the numbers here? Okay, what are the operations? We have addition and multiplication. So according to the order of operations, we will multiply first before adding. So 4 times negative 2. Okay, this is equal to negative 8. And negative 5 is here, negative 5. So negative 5, we now add plus negative 8. So both negative numbers, copy the negative sign, and then 5 plus 8, 13. So we have negative 13. Okay, how about the second example? 15 divided by negative 3 minus 2 times negative 4. This is equal to negative 5. And then, what are the numbers here? Operations are division, subtraction, and multiplication. According to order of operations, for division or multiplication, division first because it comes first before multiplication. So 15 divided by 3 is, divided by negative 3 is negative 5. Okay, next is multiplication. So 2 times negative 4, that is equal to negative 8. And then, finally, negative 5 minus negative 8. Since this is subtraction, we will change it to addition. And negative 8 becomes positive 8. So negative 5 plus positive 8. Positive is the sign of the larger number. Difference is 3. So we have positive 3. Okay, how are we going to determine the signs of A and B based on the sign of the product? A times B is greater than 0. That means, okay, A can be positive, B can also be positive because positive times positive, the answer is greater than 0 or positive number. Or A can be negative, B can also be negative because negative times a negative number, the answer is greater than 0 or positive number. So this means, okay, both or same signs, the answer is positive number. Okay, let's have A times B less than 0. So it means A can be negative, B can be positive. So negative times a positive number, the answer is a negative number. So it's less than 0. Or A is positive, B is negative. Because positive times a negative number, the answer is also a negative number. So this is different sign. If we are multiplying different signs, the answer is a negative number. Okay, let's answer the following problems here. Let's have this first problem. Negative 6 squared times negative 4 over 3 raised to the power of 2 divided by positive 1 over 3 minus 4. Okay, these numbers are inside the parentheses plus 2. So according to the order of operations, we need to solve those problems or those operations inside the parentheses first. So we have here division and subtraction. So we need to divide first before subtracting. So negative 4 over 3 squared, this is positive 16 over 9. Okay, divided by positive 1 over 3. Since this is division of fraction, okay, we will apply multiplying by the reciprocal. Division becomes multiplication. Reciprocal of 1 over 3 is 3. So we have 16 over 9 times 3. Before we will multiply, 9 and 3 can be simplified. So this becomes 1. This is 3. 16 over 3 times 1 is 16 over 3. So let's write 16 over 3. Okay, minus 4. Okay, negative 6 squared times 16 over 3 minus 4 inside the parentheses plus 2. Before we can subtract these fractions, we have to make the denominators the same. So we have here 1. So this is times 3 times 3. So 16 over 3 minus 4 times 3 is 12. Denominator is 3. So negative 6 squared, okay, times these fractions plus 2. So negative 6 squared, 16 over 3 minus 12 over 3, this is equal to, okay, 4 over 3, okay, plus 2. Negative 6 squared is 36. So 36 times 4 over 3 plus 2. Before multiplying, we can simplify 3 and 36. So this becomes 1. This is 12. So multiplication and addition. So we need to multiply first. 12 times 3. Okay, 12 times 4. Okay, this is equal to 48. Okay, plus 2. So the answer is 50. Okay, let's have this second problem. When A times B is less than 0, A minus B is greater than 0 for two numbers A and B. Which of the following is correct? Okay, let's get A times B, the first condition. This is less than 0. So that means, okay, these numbers have different signs. So A can be positive, B is negative, or A is negative, B is positive. So positive times negative, negative, negative times positive, the answer is negative. Okay, the second condition here is A minus B is greater than 0. So that means, okay, A is greater than B. Because if A is less than B, this is less than 0. But this is greater than 0, so that means A is greater than B. This is not yet the answer. Okay, let's check. Okay, A must be positive. So that means A is greater than 0 and B is less than 0. So in these options, A is greater than 0, B is less than 0. So the answer is number 2.